Today we dive into the world of professional boxing, where we often witness incredible displays of strength, skill, and determination. However, behind the glitz and glamour of championship belts and adoring fans, many of our most revered athletes face battles far more challenging than any they encounter in the ring. So let's delve into the untold stories of 7 iconic boxers who fought not just opponents, but also their own demons in the form of addiction. Number 1. Mike Tyson, the comeback king. Mike Tyson, a name that became synonymous with boxing greatness in the late 80s and early 90s, is perhaps one of the most recognized figures in the sport's history. Known for his ferocious style and unparalleled power, Tyson dominated the heavyweight division with an iron fist. However, behind the scenes, his life was spiraling out of control due to a severe cocaine addiction. Tyson's struggle with substance abuse began early in his career and continued well into his retirement. He has been remarkably candid about using drugs before and after fights, a revelation that shocked many fans. His addiction led to numerous legal issues, financial ruin, and a spectacular fall from grace that made headlines worldwide. The depths of Tyson's addiction were evident in his erratic behavior, both in and out of the ring. His infamous ear-biting incident during the 1997 fight with Evander Holyfield is often attributed to his unstable mental state, exacerbated by drug use. Tyson's addiction not only affected his performance but also tarnished his legacy, turning him from a feared boxer into a controversial figure often ridiculed in the media. Despite hitting rock bottom multiple times, Tyson's story is ultimately one of redemption. He sought help, embraced sobriety, and has since used his platform to speak openly about addiction and recovery. Number 2. Scott Harrison, the online poker pitfall. While substance abuse is often the first thing that comes to mind when discussing addiction, Scott Harrison's story reminds us that addiction can take many forms. The former WBO featherweight champion found himself in the grips of a crippling video game addiction, specifically online poker. At the height of his career, Harrison was a formidable force in the ring. However, his obsession with online poker led to significant financial difficulties and severely impacted his boxing career. The countless hours spent gambling online distracted him from training and led to poor financial decisions, ultimately affecting his performance and tarnishing his reputation. Harrison's addiction to online poker was particularly insidious because it didn't carry the same stigma as drug or alcohol addiction. Many people, including Harrison himself initially, didn't view it as a real addiction. This misconception allowed the problem to grow unchecked for a long time, causing severe damage to his career and personal life. The consequences of Harrison's addiction were far-reaching. He missed important training sessions, showed up unprepared for fights, and eventually faced legal troubles related to his gambling debts. His once promising career began to unravel, and he struggled to maintain his championship form. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video and want to hear more inspiring and eye-opening stories like these, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Harrison's tale serves as a stark reminder that in the digital age, addiction can manifest in unexpected ways. It underscores the importance of recognizing and addressing addictive behaviors, regardless of their nature. His story also highlights the need for greater awareness about the potential dangers of online gambling. Number 3. Clifford Etienne, the prescription trap. Clifford Etienne, known as the Black Rhino, faced a battle that has become increasingly common in recent years: prescription drug addiction. Etienne's dependence on anti-anxiety medications led to a series of erratic behaviors and legal troubles that overshadowed his boxing achievements. What began as a way to cope with the pressures of his career and personal life quickly spiraled out of control. Etienne's addiction resulted in multiple arrests and a significant decline in his professional performance. His promising career was cut short by his substance abuse issues, highlighting the dangers of prescription drug misuse and the importance of seeking help for mental health concerns. Etienne's story is particularly poignant because it sheds light on the often overlooked issue of prescription drug addiction in professional sports. Many athletes turn to these medications to manage pain, anxiety, or sleep issues related to their high-pressure careers. However, without proper oversight and education, the use of these drugs can quickly turn into dependence and addiction. The consequences of Etienne's addiction were severe. In 2005, he was arrested for armed robbery and sentenced to 160 years in prison. This dramatic fall from grace serves as a sobering reminder of how quickly addiction can derail a life and career, even for those who have reached the pinnacle of their sport. Number 4. Audley Harrison, rolling the dice. Olympic gold medalist and heavyweight boxer Audley Harrison's career was nearly derailed by a gambling addiction that wreaked havoc on his finances and personal life. Despite his success in the ring, Harrison's addiction led to substantial debt and strained relationships, with his financial woes often making headlines. Harrison's gambling addiction began innocuously enough, with small bets on sports events. However, it quickly escalated to high-stakes gambling that consumed much of his time and resources. The thrill of gambling became a substitute for the adrenaline rush he experienced in the ring, leading to a vicious cycle of betting, losing, and trying to recoup his losses. The impact on Harrison's boxing career was significant. His focus shifted away from training and preparation, affecting his performance in crucial fights. He began to take on matches primarily for the paycheck, hoping to cover his gambling debts rather than advance his career. This approach led to several high-profile losses that damaged his reputation in the boxing world. Number 5. Riddick Bowe, the weight of addiction. Former heavyweight champion Riddick Bowe faced an addiction that many people struggle with daily: food. Bowe's battle with food addiction led to significant weight fluctuations, severely impacting his performance in the ring and his overall health. Throughout his career, Bowe's weight would often balloon up to 300 pounds between fights. This constant struggle took a toll on his health and his ability to compete at the highest level. Bowe's story emphasizes the importance of a balanced lifestyle and the need for ongoing support to address issues that many might not traditionally view as addictions. Bowe's food addiction was particularly challenging in the context of professional boxing, where weight management is crucial. His inability to control his eating habits led to grueling training camps where he had to lose massive amounts of weight in short periods, a practice that was detrimental to his health and performance. The consequences of Bowe's addiction extended beyond his boxing career. His health suffered, and he struggled with obesity-related issues after retirement. His story serves as a reminder that food addiction, while often overlooked, can be just as destructive as other forms of addiction, especially for athletes whose careers depend on their physical condition. Number 6. Vitaly Klitschko, from casino floors to City Hall. Vitaly Klitschko, the former heavyweight champion and current mayor of Kyiv, Ukraine, battled an addiction to gambling early in his life. In his autobiography, Klitschko revealed that he lost all his earnings from his first professional fight at a casino in just one night. The emotional and financial toll of his gambling addiction was immense, threatening to derail his promising future in the sport. Recognizing the need for help, Klitschko took decisive action to overcome his addiction. He sought support and worked tirelessly to regain control over his life and career. This period of his life was challenging, but Klitschko's determination and resilience saw him through. This shocking experience served as a wake-up call for Klitschko, prompting him to seek help and overcome his gambling addiction. He went on to have a successful boxing career and later transitioned into a prominent political role. Klitschko's journey from addiction to political success highlights that recovery is possible with the right support and determination, proving that past struggles don't define one's future potential. Wow, what a wild ride through the ring and beyond. These boxing legends have shown us that while they can knock out opponents with a single punch, their biggest battles were fought outside the ring. Whether it was conquering cocaine, video games, or even a love for cheeseburgers, these champs have proven that everyone has their own fight. So next time you're feeling down, remember, if Mike Tyson can come back from a night of tigers and mayhem, you can conquer your challenges too.